So welcome back to Lord of the Rings Online. 2 days ago, was it yesterday? 2 days ago, I bought a new character slot for Laurelin, bringing it up to 12, I think. And I bought the High Elf race. If you know me, you'll know. I mean, my wife, I think she passed out when I said I'm going to be an elf. But, well, here we are, we've got one. Now, that said, it is a high elf. So, I've been trying to figure out, well, how do I feel about this guy? Well, kind of, not sure, really. I think a bit of respect, but I don't like him very much. That's all. Okay. So, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to be a guardian. That might seem a bit boring to some people, that I'm always the same thing. But to be honest with you, if you think of a lot of games, you might be a warrior or a mage or a rogue and things like that. So doesn't always vary, and there's nothing wrong with being the same thing. It's the story and the game that's different to me. So I'm very happy to be a guardian. It was going to be a guardian or a minstrel, and they seem minstrels are a bit, I don't know. Nah, guardian. Also, by the way, I had a look at this. You've got different racial traits. So we've got Sorrow of the Undying, -7 will, which is power regeneration, basically. That doesn't matter too much. I mean, Finding of the Firstborn, -7 fate, that does matter. So the time of the elves in Middle-earth is nearly at its end. Okay. Increased more morale and morale regeneration. That is vital for a dwarf, for guardian. That's very good. And this one, resistance to disease and poison, also very good. So I can't be ill. Elves do not suffer illness, apparently. So here we are, a guardian. I haven't got any further than this. This is going to take about an hour. It's the introduction, the character creation, and the actual game intro bit. It's basic difficulty, defense. Let's have a quick look. Guardians, where I was about what Guardian is, but I want to know what it says about high elves. It doesn't say very much at all. Ignore that now. Let's have a look, because you got like now you can say, well, where in Middle Earth does he come from? Okay, so let's have a look. He looks a bit weak. Yeah, he needs to be a lot bigger than that. Hard to say, isn't it? I wish I could see him without his armor or without the shoulder pads, really. But he looks like his waist doesn't get bigger. Almost. He's got to be bigger, as big as possible. So, Gondolin. Okay, Imladris. That's an interesting one. The memory of the White Towers of Gondolin. Naming guidelines. Okay, Imladris. Okay, that's the story then, isn't it? So the memory of the White Towers of Gondolin, hidden city of the High Elves, still burns within you. City, I don't know. Lord, driven from your home by death and war, you come to the hidden vale of Imladris. Oh, that's the Elrond place. This is interesting. Nogathrond, you spent your longer days in the cavern fortress of Nograthond, the hall of Finrod, whose beauty, I don't know what that is. Beleriand. In elder days you dwelt in the far elf lands of Beleriand, where now broken and lost forever beneath the sea. Boring. Your home of Ossia land survived the fall of Beleriand to become Gilga realm of Lindon. Now grown empty as the elves depart for Valinor. I'm Imladris. I don't know why, but I quite fancy Imladris. Hair colour, goodness knows. So I'm going to do randomise a bit. And then... there. Can I change those ears? Doesn't look very random to me. That looks sort of... Thing is, that thing on the forehead can get in the way of... oh, God. You wouldn't. I don't think you'd wear a helmet with all those things. What about his ears? Can I make them a bit more details? That's... it's going to look kind of perfect, really. Like that, maybe. What's these? Oh, I see. Oh, right, I can get rid of that if I want. Try it without. Details. Mouth is okay. Eyebrows. I want like that. I think is quite thick. That's all right. A hairstyle. I don't know. I don't know. What would you do with it? Long, but not really like, you know, filling the thing. And I've got it in my head of, oh, hey, that's pretty good. Number 6. What? Oh dear. Yeah, let's go back to 6. Where is it? 6. The cap, it's a bit long. I like it, but it's going to get stuck inside his armor. Let's go back to number 1 again. Go back. Dear, oh dear. Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter because I can always change it, can't I? That's fine. You can go to the barber and change it. I'll put his thing up there. And the hair colour... Not too... No. What about like blonde? That's a bit elfish, isn't it? How do you get blonde hair? Is that... Or... don't really like it. But like I say, I mean, I can change all these things. Skin colour a little bit paler than that, but not too pale. Green eyes, I think... what about intense green eyes? Or blue? There you go. That's quite... That's alright. Look there. That'll do. Now I've got to go and get his name. I have something in my head. So let me just... and they're kind of a little bit... Pick off one. Dull down here. Oh dear. Something I've learned is make it pronounceable. I was thinking about Imar. Okay, look, I've got a character in another game. It's spelled like that, and it's Imar. I'm amazing, but her second name is like that. I'm amazing. Oh, that could be... Oh, flipping Nick. Oh. I know this is a little bit slow, but the reason I'm just doing this, I'm not doing that whopping great series right away because but I wanted to do the festival so you can get cosmetics. That's sorry, but that is it. This is how I got my name in the first place. Just sat here for ages doing Langorfin. Oh. Fidelent. These are probably all taken anyway, but I'll find one. Oh no. Helod. Nah. Gosnanian. What about this? Thordalian. There we go. That's Thord. So I'm going to do the introduction, but I don't know. I've never done this one before, and I've seen it. I did see it once. I saw it last night. Anyway, here we go. Thordalian. And go. Oh, okay. So so we got the avatar update visible. Fine. Let's. I don't have anything about skipping the thing, so let's see. Go. Begin. Hello. bit sluggish yesterday, actually, the Lord of the Rings online for me. I got 3 disconnects. Really bad. I suppose it's the festival. We'll see. Let's see. I wonder what the video is like. The movies. There's a lot. I just don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know.
In the year 3434 of the Second Age,
Hang on.
a great alliance of elves and men assembled in defiance of the Dark Lord's will to conquer all the lands of Middle-earth. The High Elves, the Blessed of Valinor, who suffered the greatest wraths of Sauron and Morgoth the enemy, now seek to ensure that his evil is forever banished from the world.
Finished? Alright, login reward available already. Oh, stop it. Okay, I got all this XP. I got go to my house, go to my... Can't do that for a minute. Okay, let me see. If I do... I think it's load... No. If I do this, UI load minstrel. UI layout load layout. Oh, it's not layout. Oh, flipping it. Layout load. UI layout load file name. There you go. No UI settings. I'm going to set it back to normal. I'm not going to have. I can look at the look, none. So I'll change it eventually, but I just want to get going now. Right, combat options will be that. Skills can... Okay, I think that's it. It should have all my keys banned. So what do I look like? Pretty cool. Oh look, don't know what that is. Camp. Yeah, it looked really cool. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn off hints. Hint. There, show tutorial hints, because I think I know the game. Right, so we are up against Mordor. Anyway, this is like the first thing. Tell us what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn off. Hang on. Turn off world chat. Trade. That'll do. Just keep this a bit clear. And, well, let's do... We got title awarded Enforcer of Helm. No. I will be that. Of Imladris. That'll do. I get free gifts. What have I got? Plus 10% run speed boost. And I get... This is a VIP thing. A rejuvenation flipping potion. Okay. Quick slots. Doing it as quick as I can. Sorry. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Get rid of those. Something like that. For now. Now I need some mounts. They'll follow. Lock that, I think. Inventory. Oh, good grief. This is what happens when you buy more extra things. So I'm just going to put everything in one place. One bag. Not. Was it 6? If you're playing free, you only get 3 bags, I think. Yeah, 3. 2, 3. There we go. So now I could. Oops, hang on. There. Now I'll get this so that it. Whatever I do It's always like a bit in the corner that's not. But so let's just make it fit. That'll be okay, and we'll just get everything sorted a bit. I've got a ring. I've got a better cloak. Oh, it looks okay. I've got the rest don't matter. A lot of that is stuff I've bought, and it's like VIP related, things like that. So here we go. Let's see what this is about then.
My dearest friend, as Sauron surely knows, the mastery is ours in this battle.
Hey, Thordalion, you seemed as if lost in a trance, and I could not rouse you until this very moment. My dearest friend, do not allow the enemy to cloud your thoughts with visions of defeat. As Sauron surely knows, the mastery is ours in this battle. Alas, a cornered foe is the most deadly, and there are none more treacherous than the enemy in this realm. We must put our troubles behind us for the moment and press our advantage. One thing, I'm going to be reading all the stuff. I will be buying a Stone of the Tortoise to stop myself leveling up from time to time. I intend to do everything in the game, but that's all for another day. Right? High King Gil-galad has summoned us. Thordalion. Oh, High King Galad. Okay, I thought it was High King. Let us go. I need to check my graphics settings because I had to. That's good. King Riot, the Oathbreaker and his treacherous kin have fled into the mountains. Oh, nice. And Durin has sent only a few hundred of his folk. Hearken to me, elves and men. The time for debate is ended. Sauron sows only division among those who would oppose him, and see now what it has done. The kings of Lorien and Woodland Realm pressed their forces into certain defeat. And why? They allowed their pride to bind them to the enemy's treachery. Lorien? Oh no, Ladris. Sauron is swift to twist the pride and fear of his foes into weapons of his own. The men of Numenor that remain in this realm know his treachery all too well. Indeed, the fates of Numenor and Eregion are tragic, but Sauron's wrath has grown. If we fail to defeat in this battle, did I make myself as big as possible? Yes, I did. Okay, there will never again be a force to oppose him. The Dark Lord gathers strength anew beyond the Black Gate. We must throw down the Morannon. Morannon. Only then shall Sauron himself be forced to atone for the evil he has laid upon our peoples. We must put an end to his evil before... Here he comes. It is a meagre assembly. It's only 9 in number. Might the enemies seek to parley at last? So the 9... Oh, right. Yeah. Allow them to ride forth unhindered, but remain on guard. We shall meet them in the field. Of course, we all know who that is. It's a really cool looking cloak. I'm hoping the cosmetics are good. Right, the Shadow Kings, the Gwytharain. They have returned out of the darkness. There's a noise that way. What? Do I have to, sometimes you have to move to trigger something. They approach. Oh look, over there. We've got. I can't tell. This Elrond look. Got Elrond, Círdan, Glorfindel. He features in the main epic, and I'd like to be the tall. Wow. Always. Which king? Sound is good. Wow. Can I get closer? That looks pretty cool. Look at them. So I don't want this to be too immersion breaking, but I think it looks actually pretty good. Oh, hang on. The High Sorcerer. So they're not all the same then. I don't know why. I just thought of them as always being the same. Sauron the Great speaks not of life. Speak then, servant of Sauron. I think he's suggesting that if we leave, we'll be alright. He won't attack us or something. Okay. You are no king. Silence, Halfretch. These are his terms. Alright. Celebrimbor crafted 3 rings in mockery of his design. You will surrender them and swear oaths to never again come before the gates of Mordor. Oh. You would be wise indeed to accept his kindness. And if we should accept, what promise can you give that he shall not again make war against us? He offers none. Peace cannot be made with Sauron. Such an offer is merely another of his lies. Go now, flee to your master and tell him that his doom approaches. Bum, bum, bum. So be it. Sauron the Great has stayed my hand for the moment, but his patience is nearly ended. It is you and this pitiful host who should flee. For soon no shelter, no matter how well hidden, shall be free of Sauron's dominion. Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, well, you can do that, can't you, with the horse? There's an emote. Yes. Dalian, let us speak. Okay. Everybody's bigger than me? Are they? Elrond? No, I think he's just a little bit unusually big. He's like High King Gil-galad.
With Sauron's demands rejected, we can no longer hold hope that the Gwytharin shall stay their hands in this battle.
So there. Thordalion, before the 9 arrived, I sent forth the spears of Lindon with a garrison of elves and men. With Sauron's demands rejected, we can no longer hold hope that the Gwytharin shall stay their hands in the battle. You know the spears as Theleron, Megaril, and Dernaith, my friend, and they have stood by my side through many great battles against Sauron and the most terrible of his servants. Ere they departed, they swore to cross the enemy's trenches and dismantle their siege equipment. It is true enough that catapult shot has not hit our position in some time, but the wider front has been brought to ruin by these very tools. You must now be my scout and my messenger. Learn what has become of the garrison, and if any of them yet live... Hang on. And if any of them yet live, deliver to them a message of hope. The allegiance marches upon the Black Gate, and no evil man or orc shall stand in the way of our victory over Sauron. Listen to High King Gil-galad. Go, my friend. I shall ready the alliance to advance upon the Morannon. Be swift and safe, Thordalion. Oh, I've got to go over here. Learn the fates of the spears of Lindon and the garrison. Now, in this thing, it's very hard to die. this is the intro of all races, but we'll see what we can do. You never know. Who have we got? Archer. Oh, I'm attacking me. It's me. Oh, I see. I'm actually fighting already. I feel a little bit silly. Right, am I getting XP for these? Nah. Okay, let's go. One hit. Swiftly now, this way. But frame rate's on the bottom left. I'm just interested to see 60-ish. The spears of Linden have held against Sauron's forces, but they fight a desperate battle. Let's see who we got here. Megorth. Megaril.
Lead the wounded in the field, and let us hope that the Alliance shall arrive to drive off the enemy's forces.
Hail, Thordalion. I am Megaril of Linden. How fare the battles to the north? I thought we just went north. Anyway, you tell Megaril of your encounter with the Gwetherain and deliver High King Gil-galad's message. If we shall truly strike at the Black Gate this day, the allegiance must soon come hither. We did as the High King commanded and brought the enemy's weapons to ruin. But when the Gwetherain appeared, they slew many of our number and divided our forces upon the Daggerland. The forces by which I once knew the Gwetherain, when they first took the rings, have long faded. But this one I knew by his blade. The Cursed Rider he is called. And he guided his steed forward over the backs of elf, man and orc alike. Regrettably, we were forced into retreat before we could aid many of them from the field of battle. We now struggle to hold the only path over the great trenches, and the enemy's forces have brought forth more trebuchets and ballistae upon the Daggerland. Aid the wounded on the field, and let us hope that the allegiance shall arrive to drive off the enemy's forces.
One of the Gwetherain rode westward and scattered our numbers, but the other, he took Theleron.
Alright, so speak quickly, friend, for our foes surge from the east. You tell Derniath of your encounter with the Gwetherain and deliver the High King's message. The Gwetherain, too, of their number, passed through our garrison from the north. One rode westward and scattered our numbers, but the other, he took Theraron. In the midst of battle, he caught Theralon's sword arm in a cruel coil of rope and dragged him eastward by his fell steed. I could not follow through the mass of orcs. I failed him. I failed the High King, but still I must fight on. What am I doing? Rescue wounded soldiers from the orcs. West of the garrison. That's west. This. Oh, I see. I love it. Bop. I'm level 110. I mean, you can't fail to do this, can you? Okay, another one over here. It looks pretty cool. Gotta be said. Oh, I like his helmet, look. That's an improvement. Anyway. Are they standing in fire? No. Not quite. I don't know. Hard to tell, isn't it? Done. Rescue Prince Thranduil to the west of the forward garrison. Oh, look at that, the Cursed Rider. Thranduil, Prince of the Woodland Realm. There's no escape for you. See you know the fate of those who defy my master. The Dark Lord holds no power over me, Wraith. Be my fate sealed or not, my arrow shall fly true. 4. Wills can be broken. Found wheel of Greenwood and this blade shall see to that. I see. Who is this? Oh my god. Sinister the young. Oh, they're on our side. These things. 500,000. Cool. Sauron shall not forgive her this time. It's not a bit better than the dwarf intro, but then again. Stay back. I will leave you in peace for what you have done. What? Oh. We've got Elrond, look, Glorfindel, and I don't know, Cernistan the Young. You've rescued Thrandur from the Cursed Rider and repelled the spawn of Ungwetari.
The prince is fortunate to have survived his father's attack on the Black Gate, but the Gwathran's words trouble me.
Right, the prince is fortunate to have survived his father's attack on the Black Gate, but the Gwathran's words trouble me. The rider spoke a name in Quenya ere he departed. Ungwetari, the Spider Queen. Ungoliant is gone from this realm and shall trouble the world no longer. But her children remain, preying on anything that can devour and spreading her darkness through Middle-earth. One among them must now hunger as she did, without a care for the powers of the Dark Lord and without any purpose other than to consume. I wonder if these are like the ones with the Hobbit. I don't know. These are unhappy tidings, my friend, even if it seemed fortuitous that the great spiders turned upon the rider. If we do not face this child of Ungoliant Ungoliant in the war, it is certain that the day will come when the hunger shall seek to sate itself beyond the shadows of Mordor. The High King gave me leave to pursue you at the urging of the spears of Lindon, but he has called for your return at once. The alliance has come to the forward garrison at last. Reunite with them there, Thordalion, and make sure ready for our assault on the Black Gate. Glorfindel and I shall tend the prince's wounds. Go now, Thordalion. Reunite with the alliance at the forward garrison. Back again. I like the way I move. It's a little bit better than the elf. Sort of pounces along like sort of weird kind of, I don't know what you call it. I can't see the combat animation. I'm not getting any XP. I'm going to get Stone of the Twats anyway because I want to do everything and I can't do that. Oh, the High King and Elendil have come at last. Oh yeah. Wow. Should we have a look? What do they look like? I'll have to get one of those shields. I've got one of those shields as a cosmetic item. I don't think I'll be using. I plan to do sword and shield, not two-handed. Hard to say. Or shall I? Let's see. High King Gil-galad.
Our paths are now divided, dear friend. May the light of the Valar shine upon us.
So I'm glad to see you again, Thordalion. Dernath and Megaril have told me of Theloran's capture, and I am troubled by such grim tidings. The Dark Lord would not have soon forgotten the wounds he suffered at our hands, and I fear what form his vengeance might take. Even now, as I wish to abandon my duty, I cannot turn my eyes from the Black Gate at such a crucial hour. Thus, I give you this mission of dire importance. You must find... The situation is dire. You must find Theleron, and you must save him from the Gwatharain. As for the... Didn't we just do that? Anyway. As for the Alliance... No, we didn't. As for the Alliance, one of Durin's folk has devised a cunning plan to draw the attention of the Dark Lord's forces and allow for a swift strike against the Black Gate. In truth, I know not if this plan shall bear fruit, but we must conquer the gate if Sauron is to be defeated. I would ask that you speak to Slegar the Crafty. He is an honourable enough dwarf, despite his chosen title. Once you have done as he asks, pursue the Gwathran and rescue Theleron. Our paths are now divided, my friend, but let us hope each of them lead to victory. May the light of the Valar shine upon us. Cool. Now I'm going to speak to... Oh, here we go. He's got plans. Slegar the Crafty. That's a good-looking little dwarf there. I'm glad we're friends.
At your service.
I don't feel so bad now.
Perhaps you are at mine.
Okay. At your service, Thordalion. Perhaps you are at mine. Have you considered how the enemy's trenches may never seem to stop burning? Well, I have. Slegar gestures to the pile of barrels beside him. These barrels are filled with a crude black powder that explodes when exposed to flame. Not only that, but it burns for hours afterward. Aye, if it were more useful in stonework, I think Durin himself would have us steal some away. The Dark Lord's Black Riders, the damned ring wraiths, as the men call them. They're wily enough, but these goblins are none too bright. The goblins are none too bright. They've left the barrels right next to their own ballistae and catapults. Why don't you set some of them off? You ought to put an end to the siege and draw their attention long enough for the Alliance to reach the Black Gate. Just make sure you don't stick around once you light them. Ew. Where's that then? Hang on, there's a ring. There are 2 rings here. Quest rings. Anyway. I do sort of bounce a bit, but I think that's like the movie. Goblin Judge. Oh, there's one right there. Right, we've got to set it and then run. Run. There we go, that's one. Ah, there's one. Two. That's one up there. There we go. Okay, 3. Four. Oh, come on, he missed. Huh. I wonder if I can actually be killed. Five. Find and follow the Gwathran's path. Ah. Oh, here it is. Hoof prints, look. Leads to the northeast. Okay, let's just... The end here. Okay, that one then. Oh no, oh stupid. I was completely off track, wasn't I? There we go. Don't know why they bother. Oh, I see. Here we are. A bridge. Couldn't see it before. I wonder if this is what Mordor looks like. Never been there. Don't tell me, because... well, Well, I want to find out for myself. Who's this? Thordelian, can it be? Elf. Okay, follow me. Lady Harthalion shall want to speak with you. I think I'm okay with the name. I would have chosen something different, but I don't know. You found Thoralion or the Gwatheran, but a familiar elf. Stands before you. Thordelian, I'm hot, but
me, my friend, for Omroth spoke of a terrible figure that passed with an elf slung across his steed.
Is what? Oh, steed. Thordalion, I am gladdened by this reunion, but there is little else to celebrate. The High King sent me and my company eastward to learn what had become of the elves of Lorien. But alas, only Prince Amroth remains upon the field. His father and the others were routed to the north, but where they have gone we cannot follow. The prince is injured, but we will heal in time. I must ask, though, why have you come? You tell Harthalin of the task given to you by the High King himself, and of Thaleron, the lost spear of Lindon taken by one of the Gwetherain. Your tale troubles me, for Amroth spoke of a terrible figure that passed with an elf slung across his steed. Time may grow short for Thaleron, my friend. I think it is time we learned more of what the prince saw. Oh, here we are. Prince Amroth. Just trigger it. Prince Amroth. Can you tell my companion about the rider you saw? As much as I do not wish to recall him, I can. Where is it? Who's that there? From what you've told me, he was one of the 9 Gwetherain, garbed in black and seated atop a great steed. I know not if he still lived, but an elf was slung limply across the Gwetherain's steed. Gwatheran. He lifted aloft a great mace, and with a crack of thunder his master's statue was toppled. Oh dear, sorry about this. It was then he looked upon me, and what remained beneath his hood sniffed madly at the air. There was a sorcery in his gaze, I tell you, for his eyes were as flames in a void. Perhaps he thought me slain, for he then rode on into the hills. No, it cannot be. It can be no other. Hithgold, the Witch King, has taken Thaleron. Wow. Be wary. The men of the east who slew my father have an encampment in the hills, and it is there he must have gone. Right, thank you, Prince Amroth. If the men of the east hold the hillside, then we must go by secret steps. Talk to... Oh. I want to pronounce these things like with a Spanish accent. Maybe I will. Sort of Harthalin. I don't know. It'll do. Right, when my...
The Witch King has taken Thaleron to the Overlook. We must pass through the Easterling encampment ahead.
Oh, it's a woman.
If the Witch King has taken Thaleron to the Overlook, we must pass through the Easterling encampment ahead.
Easterlings again. So when my company came to Prince Amroth's aid, I heard a great cry and the thunder like flapping wings from above. It sounded like some terrible flying creature as great in size as the eagles. I could not spy it through the smoke, but I am certain it lurked beyond my sight. I do not know if this creature is a servant of Sauron's, but its presence makes me feel all the more for Thaleron. If the Witch King has taken to the Overlook, we must pass through the Easterling encampment ahead. The men of the East have grown arrogant behind Sauron's might, and they have left a small passage in their encampment open to the woodlands. Oh, follow me, and we shall sneak in and avoid the dangers of approaching their gate upon the road. Follow Harathlin into the Easterling encampment. Right, well, this is really good. I must admit, I'm really impressed with this. Not because the game is great any more than it always is, but it's a nice story, and it's nice to be visiting. What would it be? Is this the first stage? Anyway, we must move quietly, Thordelion. It is not far now. Hold. Their sentry seems on the edge of sleep. Shall I kill it? I cannot be a burglar. I cannot be a something else. Anyway. Yeah, there are a couple of classes I can't be. I can't be a burglar, and I can't be something else that I can't remember what it is. But that's all. Hoofprints. Stairs up the hill lead to the overlook. You must save Theralon. Go, Thordelion. Do not worry for me. Well, let them spread out a bit, and then just turn the names off. Oh, look. The Witch King's steed thrashes wildly at her approach. He and Thalaron must be nearby. Wow. And he made a funny noise. That's cool. I don't want one, really, but yeah, it looks cool. So, I like this character. He feels a lot sort of more interesting than a plain elf, normal elf. Somehow, I just feel elves are a bit weak, which suits my sort of dwarf thing that I have. Okay. I don't think it matters which way we go. Oh, right. Oh, that's don't know what that is. Like I'm running across metal. Did you hear that? I heard a noise. Like could have been wings. Look. So instead of the balance of the scales of justice, he's got, wow. I suppose he's up here. Ah, here he is. The Witch King. Isn't it? Yeah, the Witch King. You come too late, servant of Gil-galad. Oh, don't walk through me. Okay, your fear has left you defenseless, and the elf has been borne away by the winged beasts of my master. The Elf King will never see him again, and he shall suffer evermore in the dungeons of Barad-dûr. But you, Thordelion, you shall be changed, and you will return to Gil-galad as his greatest foe. Such is the will of Sauron. Oh, there was a bit of a delay. Alright. Suffer now and rise anew into the realm of the unseen. I don't know what that is, realm of the unseen. It sounds like kind of between life and death. Oh, Rivendell. Yeah, well, it's where I came from. Are we going to get a bit of light? Oh, I see him. It's just the way things are. Can I move? Oh, I see. Instance into darkness force. Yeah, I've turned into like some kind of spirit. You mumble something. Ah. Can it be? Oh, come on. Okay, can it be? Lord Elrond Thordelian has awoken at last. Rest easy, my friend. You are safe from harm in them ladris. I can't, if I let go of my... Okay. The wound is healed, but Thordalion remains in need of rest. Harthelin? Rest well, my friend. I shall return in... You have awoken at last. Ah. But, oh, blimey, look, I've got this really bad cloak on. This is my starter gear. Oh, dear. Can I... what happens if I hide the cloak? It looks even worse, doesn't it? Okay, here we go. Find Elrond in the last homely house. Nice looking place. A little bit, it looks a little bit more interesting than the other one, the normal one. Elrond, Lord of Rivendell.
It brings me great joy to see you upon your feet once more, my friend.
After you fell, we attempted to heal you upon the battle plain, but the Witch King of Angmar had dealt you a grievous injury. One unlike any dealt to our peoples before by the hands of the Dark Lord. Okay. The decision was made to return you to Imladris, far from the lands of the enemy. You suffered for years in endless agony as my healers worked to free you of the elves that lingered in your wound. When the war was ended, I returned to aid them and learned much of healing the foul wounds of Morgul's steel. When at last you could rest, you did so for many long years. Despite my efforts, your strength has diminished greatly. It may take you a great time, but I believe you shall again know the power that lies within you. As for the task given you by Gil-galad, do not consider it a failure, Thordalion. Okay. None could have foreseen the enemy's malice in sending his Nazgul to seize Theleron. Tragically, he was never found, even after Barad-dûr itself was brought to ruin. It wounded Gil-galad greatly to... Who was I looking for? Theleron. Greatly to lose you both in the war, and it is said that his light was dimmed through all the battles that followed. Even so, he did not falter before the enemy. No, you did not fall in vain, my friend. Our victory on the battle plain that day bore fruit indeed. Sauron resisted our assaults for 7 years in the Dark Tower, but in the end he was cast down by Gil-galad and Elendil. Elendil's son, Isildur, cut the ring from Sauron's finger, destroying the Dark Lord and banishing him from this realm. Whose son was it? Elendil's. Yeah. Alas, there is more to be said. There is more to be said on these matters. Walk with me, Thordalion. Okay, wait a minute. Outfit 2. I'm going to hide my shield and my sword. It doesn't feel right. Oh, you are one of the few that remain in this realm that can recall as I do. My friend, I come here often to reflect on the sacrifices we made in that war. Indeed, Gil-galad and Elendil defeated the Dark Lord, but they did so at the cost of their own lives. The realms of elves and men were thus forever changed, and the world passed into the Third Age. Okay. So it has been for many years now. Interesting. I'm enjoying this. Okay. do not wish to alarm you, Thordalion, but it is now the 3018th year of the Third Age. Even if much else has changed, Imladris is as you remember it. You have borne many burdens in your time, my friend, and so I give you leave to depart to the havens if you wish it. No, that's all right. I'll stick around for a while. He's shorter than me, I think, actually, isn't he? There is another here who sustained a terrible wound in the war. Hithgol is his name. Since chance has woken you today, perhaps he too is healed of the enemy's wounds. See if he has awoken from his long rest, and then we shall speak more of your journey to the havens. Not sure about my hair, by the way. Looks a bit... I don't know. Right, let's find... intact condition. Oh, was this him over... Oh, flipping heck. Have I got names off? Yes. Elf. Hithgol? Despite appearing outwardly healed, Hithgol seems to be in a deep, restless slumber. A few months more, I think.
Much has changed since we last travelled
look
together
at this.
from Imladris, my friend.
Some of these look really nice. Like they might be nice. Oh, I'm getting all of this stuff. Wow. And I'm going to get a choice between a one-handed sword or a two-handed sword. Oh dear. I think we'll probably go two-handed, actually. Alright, so it is unfortunate to hear of Hithgol's continued ills, but I hold hope he shall soon recover, as you have, Thordalion. You see, when the battle came at last to Barad-dûr, Sauron himself felled Hithgol with a deadly blow, and it seemed only by the grace of the Valar that he was not at once ended. Even still, the steel of the Dark Lord's weapons was tainted in much the same way as the blade that pierced you, and he has suffered its effects, as you did, for many long years. Now then, we've spoken enough of the past. Let us turn our minds in the days ahead, to the days ahead. Much has changed since we last travelled together. From Imladris, my friend, it seems now an age of men, and I sense the time of the elves in Middle-earth draws near to its end. Indeed, many have departed this realm for the uttermost west by the ships of Círdan, our friend of old. He is now called the Shipwright by those who know his works, and he dwells in Mithlond with the few that still remain in his service as skilled crafters. Much of the wood used by Círdan is ferried to Mithlond by way of the port of Calendim along the Eredluin, and it is there you must journey to reach the havens. Thordalion, I have gathered your belongings and a few supplies for your journey. I have set your ring in its case upon the table across the room, and your armour rests in a chest at your bedside. It is still marked from battle, but time has not worn it elsewise. Indeed, the passing of an age has dimmed only our light, and given rise to the shadow in the east. Concerning such matters, I have also prepared for you a tome of writings on the history of the Third Age. Thus far, you are free to claim them ere you depart. Once you are prepared, we shall speak more of your journey to Calendim. Good. The name's on. Yeah. So I think I came from over here. There we are. Sealed collection of armour. It's a surprising way of doing it, but I think it's rather cool. There we go. Old armour. As you glance within, the faint shine of old armour catches the light. Jeweller's case. Within this ornate box, your eye catches the glimmer of the ring you once bore. Oh, over there. Elrond's writings. So this is something about the Third Age. So I will read it. We'll tack it on the end. Elrond has assembled a collection of writings for you concerning the events of the Third Age. That's interesting, actually.
Eladon and Elrohir are to follow an expedition to the ruins of Erdthelion, and they shall see you to Kellandim in the course of their travels.
Okay, in time your strength will return, my friend, and the power of your ring shall rise with it. I hope my writings prove to be of use to you as well. I recount much of the time that passed while your wound healed, but even I cannot be aware of all that has transpired since the end of the Second Age. As for your journey, my sons shall see you to Kellandim in the course of their own travels. Eladon and Elrohir are to follow an expedition to the ruins of Erdthelion, led by the elf Dorelas on my behalf. Speak not of this to any outside their company, but I had a strange premonition, and in it, amidst a field of blurred visions, a voice rose, saying, blood-red footsteps upon snow-coloured black, where the Dour King walks to take his throne and finish what has begun. This is, that's talking about the dwarf start to the game. That's the Dourhand king, and what's he called? Skolgrim. So, it's a troubling riddle, my friend, and one that I do not think soon solved. Have you any thoughts on its meaning? You hear a muffled croak as the doors to Tam Send open. Ah, it is just as well. Such troubles are best left to Dorelas and his expedition. My sons await you by the door to the central courtyard, and when you are ready to depart, they shall guide you to Kellandim, along the arid Luin. May your journey be swift and free of hardship, my friend. Namaria. Do I have to choose one? I do. By the way, it tends to be usually that you get loads of one-handed swords in the game as you're in your early levels, but you don't get a great sword. So I will take a great sword. That's a normal thing. I don't know. There we are. So I've got all my stuff. Talk to Elrond. Depart on the journey. There we are. Elrohir. Cool.
I am certain Father has told you all about the journey ahead.
Oh, Father.
Do not worry.
These are the guys you meet them in Thorinhad.
I am certain Father
Oh, shut up.
told you all about the journey ahead. But do not worry. The matter of his dream need not trouble you.
So Father has at least given you leave to travel from Eladris to Erdthelion. I must say, I am excited to learn more of the battles of ages past from you. Father told us not to bother you with so many questions, but this is likely our last chance, is it not? I am certain Father has told you all about your journey ahead, but do not worry. The matter of his dream need not trouble you. Besides, the journey to Kellandim shall give us time enough to speak on other matters. I would think the events of the past 3,000 years would be of some interest to you. My brother and I stand ready to set out for the arid Luin. If you are prepared, we shall depart at once. Let's go. Great. Quest actions available. The residents of Breland built an impressive hedge maze. Oh, it's just go to the festival, and I'm going to do that. That's why I created him now rather than later. Right now. However, right, I'm not going to take any of that, and I don't want to do it over level. Oh wait a minute, barter merchant. I want to get your thing. In defense. Oh, really? Okay, our time is closing in this land. Soon we will be but legend and memory to the mortals who will remain upon these shores. While we are still here, however, we must do what we can to ensure that these lands remain safe and beautiful. The preservation of the land is why I have come to the port of Kellandim. My brethren and I have been looking into recent events in a glade to the north. I am here to enlist any willing to go there and assist us in discovering the source of an infestation of sickle flies among the trees to the west and southwest of the port. If you are willing, remove the threat of sickle flies from the trees and report to Ovalas, to Nen Hillith to the southwest. To the southwest, yeah. Okay. So what I have to do,
Greetings, friend. How
if
may I
I
be of help?
if I do what he's asked, I can get that, and it makes me run quicker. And there's the epic. I'm not going to do that. I'll remove all. I've got that quest. That's fine. New mail. Bingo Boffin wants my help. Let's read. No, I'm not gonna. Well, okay. I've never read this, so I'm going to read it. Hello there, and well met. I hope this missive is not intruding upon anything important, and if by unhappy chance it is, then I am sure you will disregard it and take no offence. But it is my very sincere hope that it does not intrude, and instead is met with some degree of interest and curiosity in the matter that I propose. For you see, I have need of some help with a small matter, and, well, I say a small matter, but I do not know how long it might take. It could end up being quite a big matter, as these things go, but we will not know until it is quite underway, will we? If you are interested in learning more, I ask that you please seek me out my comfortable hobbit hole, just north of the town hall in Mickledelving, being the principal town of the Shire. Yours in need, and looking forward to your positive reply, Mr. Bingo Boffin. It doesn't actually say anything, does it? It's just lots of blurb. Right, I've got deed completed. A most curious hobbit. And Thordalion the Wary. No, I'll keep this one. I'm not actually that. In fact, you know what? Title, I'm not going to bother. There. Now it just says Thordalion. That's all I'm going to do. I need the milestone. There it is. Wow, I've got loads of stuff to start buying for this guy. Now, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to, hang on, go to the LOTRO store and type tortoise. I'm going to get this, and it will disable XP for me anytime I want. Okay, so I've got that in my pocket here. It's that. Okay, so I'll keep it there. And when I'm ready, I will use it. And I've got all this stuff. So let's equip my weapon. Like that. Now, I've got this one. That'll be nice. I've got this. That is better than what I'm wearing. Another ring. Now, 3 might. I will have that instead of agility. Yes. So I've got, what have I got? Vitality and might. Get rid of that. And get rid of that for now. There's another one here. Oh, hey. That, I think, this is the special one. So this one doesn't matter either. There we are. I've got that later. Time worn shoulders. It's similar, but I like the vitality. I'll have that. Hooded time worn. Oh, I see. I've got 2 of the same. That could be useful. I've got a radiant basin. I've got a time worn armor. Time worn trousers. Time worn bracers. Umbered eye. Map to the Spring Festival, of course. And a helmet. It's not bad. It's a bit tatty, as you can see. But I think that might be quite useful for later on. Yeah. Now, I've got some... These things. These are the gift boxes you get every year. I've got 7 of them for 7 years of playing the game. So, what's this? 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Where's number 7? Oh, I think you get there. 7, that one. So, first, number 1. And I get some fireworks. Number 2. I get some run fast things, some power potions, plus attack damage. It's really bad actually. I get some keys. I get it. I mean, it's I can look like that. You can see me there, sort of pretty tatty, or I can look like this. I know this, which is really bad. So I will keep what I've got. I'm going to delete these because I don't want them. I've got multiple copies of them. 5-year gift box. And I get a horse. Come back to that in a minute because I need to be able to ride. 6-year gift box, and we get these. This is for mounted combat. So I'll just double click them. And number 7 is this thing, which is a really cool shield. And that is the same as the shield they have in the Elven High Elf intro. So that's good. And some yellow star fireworks. So I'll just dump these down here. So that is that. I've also got that, well, it's a 7-year thing. Title writ 7 stars. I've got another steed there. I've got another steed. Another steed. I will explain what they are because people don't know. Hooded, no. I thought there was more than that, but okay. Open that. And this is from something I bought, and it's amazing. I get the... okay, I'll explain Smell the Roses later. So, apprentice riding, and this one, journeyman riding. I think that's it. Smell the Roses. Smell the Roses. Okay, right. What I've just got, that I can now ride horses. So these horses... which I'll explain, I can now ride. We've got Festive Azure. I think that's for VIP or something like that. Anyway, these two are for 2 of the expansions that I bought many years ago. So I just do that, and it will add them to my list of mounts eventually. And this one is because I'm VIP. Why isn't it working? There. Another one. I think I look alright, which makes a change because usually in these things look awful. So like that, and then the festive one, which is I think that's everything. Really horrible looking shield. Oh, this Smell the Roses. Okay, that skill I can ride, and I can also ride fast. So every horse I've got rides like the maximum speed allowable plus a bit, I think. So can't run faster. This Smell the Roses there. If I've got that, and that will allow, is this one. It will allow me to make the pony go slower. I don't know why I'd want to do that, but it's possible. I can now sort everything. Oh, I got this box. I don't know whether that's VIP or what. It's called Elrond's Gift. I get some dye. I get as instructions how to use the... I got to visit somebody for that. Okay. It's how to sort of fit out yourself so you look cool. I got some morale potions. A wrapped horse whistle. That will open some stable destinations, I think. Let me see. No, that gives me a horse. And I don't want that horse. So that's absolutely fine because I've got a horse. But if I want to, I can do that. And I've got a horse. Which goes really, really fast because I've got that skill. Except I'm going to sell it, I think. And that will open it. At level 10, I can open another one. I think what I will do. Oh, hang on. Let's sort out my mounts. Now, I think the best one for me is going to be Steed of the Eldar. I think it looks good for a dwarf. Kind of funny noise he makes. There you go. That's perfect for a dwarf. I'm going to pop up. I'm just going to go and look at the... over there. I'll just go and look at... here at... there's a quest, and it's something to do with... Look at... Oh, wait a minute. This guy. Go and pick up profession. Definitely. Now, where's the cosmetic wardrobe storage guy? I think that's who it is I'm looking for. Oh, here we are. I've got to speak to this person.
Greetings to you.
That's about choose a profession for crafting. So let's have a look. Where is everybody? Here we go. Master of Apprentices. So what I want to do, I'm just going to use this. I'm just going to gather. I've got everything. Oh, I'm wearing outfits.
You may be of service to me.
Okay, let's have a look. I want to just gather stuff. I don't care about making stuff. I could be a scholar, I suppose. No, I can't gather anything if I do that. Woodworker, forester, farmer, cook, farmer, tailor, jeweler, prospector, and cook. No, weaponsmith, prospector, woodworker, tailor, forester, that's it. Tailor. Metalsmith, prospect, yeah. I'll be an explorer. It allows me to gather both wood and other things. So, it's take me away. Forestry.
Will you lend me your ear?
Prospecting.
Service to me.
Tailoring.
Melon.
Wasn't going to record anything else, but to be honest with you, where's the storage guy? What's your thing? Oh, introduction to forestry. This is a really boring introduction to prospecting. Somebody over here. The tailor. Introduction to tailor. I've got to get this done because when I leave.
What do you need?
So I just open these. Okay. Oh, I've got to wait. And that. It's really hard to see. They got all the names right. That's better. So I want the forge. What am I making for the prospecting? Make a copper ingot. Prospector. One. Oh, I've got to equip that. Done. There's an oven. Workbench. I've got to make piece of brushed light leather. That's the first thing. Brushed light leather. Wax. I'll swap those out pretty soon. And I'm going to make a thin rowan board. Well, there's not a lot I can make, so that's easy. Using the ingredients you have, craft a rough cloth cloak. Cloaks, rough cloth cloak, tailor's tools. Make all. What's this? Title awarded. 7 stars thing. Okay, bring everything to everybody.
How can I be of service?
Up here? No, around here. Supplier. Done the forestry.
What can I do for you?
Done the prospecting.
How can I be of service?
There. Title awarded. Easily lost. What's that for? Your talents as an... Oh, I'm an explorer. Easily lost. Okay, funny. There's one over here now. Master of Apprentices. Practice makes perfect. Speak to somebody at the crafting area. Okay, that can wait. Oh, she's right here. Practice makes perfect is finished. All done. Oh, storage. I need to sort out my gear. Now, I haven't got anything fixed up for an elf. It's all dwarf stuff. But there might be something that looks all right. Let's try it out. Open the wardrobe.
What do you need?
It's full. What's this? Bangarab. It's a really weird looking hat. Oh, that looks cool. Have I got many worlds here? Type. Let's do it right. Armor back. Singed cloak. Hey, what happened? It's outfit back. Oh, it's a ceremonial. Hot shot. There's the shield, but I'm gonna have that one. So hang on a minute. Put that there like that, and whoops. That down there. Cosmetic. We'll go to number 1. Drag that in there. Now, what else? Now, outfit back. Outfit feet. Outfit feet? Not really. Hands. Head. That's kind of funny. It's the only heads I've... Look. Shoulders. I've got a fair mantle. Look. No, I don't think so. Upper body. I've got Lorien fancy robe. No. Grey company tunic. No. Craftsman's robe. Fisherman's shirt and waders. Extravagant festival dress. I think I'm not going to wear any of that. Maybe that. Oh dear. Oh, I've got armor. Feet. Hands. Okay, feet. No. Maybe. Yeah. Right. Feet. Hands. That looks pretty cool. White Mountains. Head. Now. That, definitely. That looks really cool. Legs. No. Oh, I won't see it because okay, let's get upper body a minute. No, body. Upper body. It's all pretty rubbish. It looks awful. Shield. I've only got, look, really, oh, it's over here. A really bad one. Shoulders. Nah. No. It looks surprisingly alright, look. Hang on then. I don't know, it's something to get started with. Although, no, actually, let's shove that in. They look, now they're too big. There we go, shove them in. That'll do. And upper body? No, I've done that. Armor back because that one looks a bit off. That one? It looks a bit better. Right, I don't want anybody... I don't want to be seen with a helmet. That'll do. There you go. It looks a bit better. Kind of a bit sinister, but it'll do. Well enough for the festival anyway. Now then, I'm not going to make you watch the rest. I'm going to be doing festival stuff. That's why I made him today. And I will do a bit of prospecting or something like that. But he looks really skinny and he looks like he's got a woman thing. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to stop. But I hope that wasn't too boring for you. He will be back. I don't know when because I just don't know. We'll see what happens. And because I've got other stream things happening at the moment. But maybe I can use him. We can sort of vary between one and the other from time to time. He looks a bit young. All the best. Thanks for tuning in, as I said. I'm off to stump shrews when nobody's looking. And goodbye.